Hi, I'm going to show you how to make a child's and a woman's reversible headband with elastic on the bottom with a sewing machine. You can sew this by hand too if you don't have a sewing machine. The dimensions are in the pink. So for a child, I'm using two different templates and I'm going to link the template down below if you like to use it. So the child size is 6 inches and the smallest part on the bottom for the template is 1¼ inches by 2½ inches, and then the adult size is 6.875, but there is a template so you don't have to be precise, and it's 2½ inches by 1 inch. Okay, so I use fabric and on both sides and elastic and my sewing machine. Okay, so let's get started. You're going to take 2 pieces of fabric and you're going to fold them in half and sandwich them together, and take your template and add it to the folded part, which is the widest part of your template, to the folded part, and then you're going to pin it on, and it's going to look like this with both of those fabrics sandwiched together. I already cut them, so I'm just going to trim them up a little bit. And the folded part is where my thumb is, and then you're going to cut around that template. I have the link for that down below in the description if you'd like one. This one is for the child size. Okay, now it's 12 inches, and you're going to take those 2 pieces and sandwich the 2 right sides together. Then you're going to fold a 1/2 inch on both ends and iron both ends with a fold of a 1/2 inch. Okay, so 12 inches of the material. I'm going to add about 8 inches for the elastic for my child's head, because her head is right around 20 to 21 inches, and you need about 1 inch give. I'm going to fold both the ends, make sure you iron them with about a 1/2 inch. And so you're going to have to take the fabric and see if that elastic is going to be big enough for your child's head. And I'm going to take a safety pin and clip it to the elastic with some yarn at the end. Place that elastic right at the end of the material inside, because this will help me pull it out when I have to pull it right side out. And then I'm going to sew around the entire border about 1/4 inch and leave that one end open that has no elastic coming out of it. So I'm going to sew the elastic to the end of that headband right now, and then I'm going to sew around and leave that other opposite end open, and I'm going to sew about 1/4 of an inch from the side. You can sew a little bit closer to the edge, or you can sew about a 1/2 inch. It's up to you how big you want your headband. I went about a little over 1/4 to a 1/2 inch, so it made it smaller. And once you get to the end, you're going to stop and you're going to flip it and sew the other end, because you need that end open that doesn't have the elastic on it, so you can turn it right side out. Okay, so it looks like this, and you're going to pull that string and you're going to pull it out. You may need a pencil to pull that out from the other side. And then you're going to take the other opposite end of the elastic and feed it through the other end just about a 1/2 inch, and sew that in to complete your headband. And make sure you're doing a little bit of a back stitch to secure it. And if you really want to make sure it's secure, you can sew the elastic in twice, so you can sew it back and forth more than once. Now this is what it looks like, and it's complete. It can be ironed to make it look really nice when you're finished. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do the woman's headband. It's done exactly how the child's headband is done, except for the template is a little bit bigger. So I'm going to That's the child's. I'm going to cut this one out after I pin it and the two ends are together. Okay, you can fold the corners about a 1/2 inch and iron them. I cut about 8 inches of elastic and it fit around my head nicely with the headband. Okay, so the rest is just like how the child's was done. You're going to place the elastic inside on one of the corners, one of the ends of the headband, and then sandwich it together, the two right sides together, and then you're going to sew around it and leave one of the openings without the elastic open, and start with sewing the elastic on that end of the headband and leave about 1/4 inch from the edge. Now you're going to pull that yarn and pull it right side out, and then sew the end of the other elastic on the other end together, and then your headband is complete. Okay, so now you just need to add the elastic at the end and sew that on and iron the headband after you're done. You can always make your template wider if you like, if you want to make it 3 to 4 inches, and that would make it wider in the center. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for watching and please subscribe.